ahanso sara na Pentecost mentas enkunsu ageso aji baby akrate fua muri akoto afi ne yede nampa na bu timumra metie dwumadi papa Paul awa mantem ono osin adi kanfo Abranaso ye tie ne mberman
Xyz Abranaso Jalani po Elisa tuze selamu lele Populolu daba
Titiyo hini ya titi Abranaso kuku seku obiriku kusukuku ni ejemiriku kubekam ni ade ayemogude nanso Abranaso nkomode etim ho so su abrobo nsuo beye boden ohuwe pamoja enya achekire Abranaso ya dose metro nkropo aye hyew se kolebu ayarasafo kuku manne asore dom awuru nyina sufre Abranaso presby dongba es Abranaso ya soko Methodist dongsi Abranaso enene kankan Abranaso nene kankan Anglican densu se ahanso sara na Pentecost mentas enkunsu ageso aji baby akrate fua muri akoto afi ne yede nampa na bu timumra metie dwumadi papa Paul awa mantem ono osin adi kanfo Abranaso ye tie ne mberman
Fire kwesi swat nyom ne anko. Debbie, ayi
Fi fire who what to yem rade is a yem out to me or may you be a de ya brabo be fe nenupe no ama ya kwabe ye bie ye no yama ya kwabe papa wo sikanso e medi hia o okoje sicha na wa braye mponyo no amemu oboni esi konto bo hini we hu fi tempo aye se koko ona wo be kasem no ya hye won funu mu ma Timma mufu na ye pray dollar bako sidi timinto drogwa ye de davantinito ye di fo kwa so awutiniko kakwa ye bedie su boys timinto kenye sambi na manmo kwesi ya re hunyu bina ashe makume mu mama ye enyo do hunyu na mitwo kwesi ya re hunyu makume muma da
ye kota to share any proye umrebe so ye betu se bare mudi yedi kojebesia na moni mabusia fu abeche
ye kwai no nya wo se ye ka na enye ma ye ka ne wasn't quite a new swing idea. And you will refuse to put I know a boo boo, a boo boo, a boo boo. Yeah. You belly fool, why they kill you? So corruption and dirty games. And I will refuse I'm reading Kafo. Yeah. No, say what you swap for. Everyone you can be needy, and I want you for. But since the day you can't hold rumble, who soon you will buy a bear set up for? Now you don't who know me too. Or who you be no shame. No fire who what to yem rade is I am out to me or may move a dead ya brabo be fefe nenupe no ma ya pabe ye bia ya pro yama ya kwabe papa was he cancel he made him oko jesi na wa braye ponyo no amemo boni esi konto bohini we hu fitempo aye se koko ona wo be kasem no ya hye won funu mu ma Timmy move for na je pray. Dollar bako, sidi timinto. Drop wire day, daven timinto. Ready for cross.
All right, Medasi. Abaje Medasi. In the name of the Almighty God, we the people of Ghana, in exercise of our natural and inalienable right, establish to ourselves a framework of government which shall secure for ourselves and posterity the blessings of liberty, equality of opportunity, and prosperity for all. Saturday, I say, Dubio, and Yaba Bedi, Abranaso Kobo. A free 1957 said, Meka Yafa Woody, baby, a dear Abranaso Komo, Digana Honkomo, Abranaso. Tienye. Nansai a constitutional review commission for report no because of fix the country the keka wontina ejamida ton chekakra bene yasaba medical cham said the solutions to our problem as a nation no about 80 to 90% was abukuimu but Ghana mpanimfo se yefanya adwuma ne fanya adwuma chana TV Xyz Abranaso Comedian Science still remaining the Bombardier Field Marshal Squadron Leader Ranger Buffalo Royal General Kabaka Bomfa this year enemy such this year me free as Santiago na me Santiago na yokohene me who hint stress on the who he royal and me crew members say me bon man ka say mo stress on the who he royal aya o mani nye ho Shegwe Vera of Ghana Media, freedom fighter of our time, activist of our time, the one that bears the spirit of our forebears, from Kenneth Kaunda to Leopold Senghor, Samora Mase, Nelson Mandela, Kwame Nkrumah, Mensa Saba no Mama Kenyina spirit eumimu. I am a nondescript radical reformer. I came, I saw, I fear not. Madam Wabesi Ameba, and someone they very anybody say a former chief of staff. In fact, inarguably, the best chief of staff for Yenya in the Fourth Republic, we me boss, Julius Debrefriwa, yes. We on Uvriwa. Kwajon Piani is one of the best, if not the best, in the Fourth Republic. On the same to just say the vice presidential position wa Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia occupied in no. And for Sudia Bia Niso. And I'm no bakuyachi near Babedruha, near share a baby a year call as on mine. Near professor solutions to our problems. Yeah, we are in fact, age limit for a year presidency. You be this sound common. Yeah, we are many a year Wahab Farouk, our international diplomatic consultant. The questions about how a nation can create wealth as well as a Ghana. What is the direction of this country? Very directionless country, very directionless leadership. Bibia Nkoye. Yani awa have Farouk ebe twenkomo. Se afe no join here on Facebook message se share na nyansa ni adwene a ye ba be che no Ghana fu nyina enya bi entie. Still remaining the one and only Field Marshal. The one and only. Mesdames et messieurs.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Equable degree, Entina Usukubobi, Debbie, Esakra Humbobo, name degree program, Sebesia Sioma Demufua, Nuntina Ghana Christian University College. Ya wanted to amount for Babru and fear Dunu 50 years and actually our Homo. We're better too. I'm our skills. I'm what you want to say yes. With that echelons. And into one degree, HND, and now professional programs, Papali Bikoyo, accounting, banking and finance, human resource management, HIV/AIDS management, nursing, computer engineering, IT and systems, theology, and KP, Ghana Christian University College. Elchimima scholarship, 50% as a canon, while I found out what you are a fape. Our programs in name, for administration says 0204 069 583 and 057 65 33307. And now for application, for online, GhanaCU.com. Ghana CU, water 2, I'm what by your can for our dance on cry.
Mamora. Awaji Mamora. Aye. Peja mamba kono, peja ba kono mame. Keba no nya go powa. Ah, meze keba no nya mi. Engwa woni mo mi nya mi. Engwa woni mo mi nya mi. Meze keba ni nya go po. Ah, meze keba no nya go po. Keba no da. Engwa woni mo na radie. The morale of the military for your chiamo and area. Anope bibia ededie. In fact, Abranaso Komo TV XYZ Medina sign. Still remaining the Bombardier Field Marshal Squadron Leader Ranger Buffalo. One hero ya General Kabaka Bonfa Edeshia enemy. Sechera Desha me free as Santiago na. Me one hint stress on the one hero ya. No pay ye babe dim komo ebusa Ghana. Baby, are free bar as a nation. You can't the executive powers of Ghana. Dia. Other na you see ye building or mine na or mine ye free baby a division of labor. Division of labor ni you call a young Fantipim school or Mokachere. Ye free a 3 arms of government. Ye Fantipim ni who say omode ye krom foreign so aka ho. E say abeye unofficially 4 arms of government, which is the legislature, the judiciary, and you can say executive. Or hinemwa. You can executive no. Sa 3 arms of government we know what it simply means in say acquire se bochia. You can bochia wa wan tena kura se won tiase. Ye wo bomfa tiase na bochia no a 3-legged stove. Momo the gas na ye 3-legged stove. But before see call into executive no tie. Oma we me ka kira mo say yenkrofo ni bebre adwene nya papa mo nyimi ni. Yenko na yenko hwe video bi a oboa simpotem wo odasani esidan na boho krono yenum mu no boho krono num video of the week boho krom ni krom mafo ne enum mu no sada sani ne se wode ni tumi esidan atwa fa boho no ho a wo ba bebu no abwaje mam sa video no hwew abwaje mam voice nka ho ofenso apija apija na mona ha ife sa apija ofenso apija o boho no mubu
baby abu who pays you. I'm not on plot on a movie. Ababa ye. Ababa Bishani Pana at the next door. Monche, me boo, Mother Monche. And soon I mean, when soon if you move on her. Oh, the cousin pinning for you know my Monche. She the Monjo David, and soon a woo, and soon if you move on. Apayao. Hello, Net. Bonjour. Captain Smart, Monche. Okataji, Monche. More than Monche. Boss, Ebanesana, reason I see. Casakaso, I'm on foot here, Ebanesana. So, I'm on. Nothing now, I'm out or a shop over them. So, first, let me remove the first, not a dime in here. I'm out on Tomaton. Anna, we see about Shahazi. And this is moving somewhere in the day. So, almost an umbrella.
We a video of the week. Now, unfortunately, the mindset of the people. Wamono ayade to me asho monza say omo make sure say sa sebisebio abodam say enkoso. They will turn around and blame the citizens say citizens in fix o madwene. Obite eye assembly wa waji pay every day o every month bia waji pay na ketua ne say o make sure say sa nioma tantan we enkoso enso say nipa ne be dan ne ho abeka kire say citizens na adwene nya parliament yem fix ya adwene offense apedwa boho no nipa ne num mu no sa da sani no akoto sa asase no boho ni siso no asidan ya twa fa ho ene mene masojafo no yate asim asojafo no nam next week mechiro eye ya ba ma enso video okoye ewo eye ya kan say biye ho ba biye na police car ye de asi wa ma bode afifi police car nim next week every week be a video of the week. No one will say penning for no yet omoka and your company for not just the elected people, the people you pay every day, both at the assembly, both at the offices, the various offices, roads and highways, you know, mamaka, or mujisika say yet omoka, so omonya jumano. They will turn around and blame their citizens, citizens and agri papa. Ave yanko yanim. I told you, sir, in every democracy biano, said ye there were three arms of government. The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Ye can say, ye can say, Nanado Danko Kufado, Abambabe, and a justice, Animia, Sanya for the right, Chief Justice Animia. Sam Grofo me and some way no mapam for na ehwe so man no ye bebunie bunie and I know am kokan ya wo mo say eye akromfo me ka akromfo ya journalist for allow cash out journalist for no mo say ye fort am be no kwa de nimra biam wo mo hwe no beso mo de no da ye nka ho. We are just watchmen of the three. Sa three arms of government we nka ba ko nso nchen ba ko eye bochia Bochia no ba kunya so chen ba kopa wo de nkwansi so be de ebehwiagu nanso me ya ka se wo man Ghana ye die ya ye te ho die bochia no ba ko ye tententen wonachi ana de aka ne nketenkete bienu etu de nkwansi so no wonder so wo man ne enko yanim yakọ yanim ba ko ane abi achi miensa and ye busa say what is the solution to this problem. But before that, let me take you to a pre-colonial era. Yakasa pre-colonial era a Brunikasa. The airpache nyane say before say a year 1471. Kwasi Bruni sisa ne nyoma efri ni kurom eba yeso oni eba bediga na enso ba yese ni papone fo ekosi a year 1482 a Don Diego di Azambuja efri Portugal eba be capture ye no samre ni nyina na ye pre-colonial era na Kwasi Bruni nyamba ni papone fo no enyamai ni pabone fo beton ye no nyamai samre ne sen na ne yesidi ye ho so na samre ne ye wo ahemfo abaje kira me ahemfo omo krom ha pictures samre no otumfo eyopoku waremo otumfo twumantwuko bia manfo setutu otiri obri abu a otia kantan na ye wo awo mafiamo ye wo ye kan se togba afedemo ye wo yagbonwura yewo dakomba hene yewo eyesa ahemfo nyina wo mu di wo ho so in their own jurisdiction oche hene mo oforiata mo tie ofori pani mo na ahemfu na edi eye oman no so India ne ye ni bibia friend Ghana tienie so gama nchemo na obia ye de edi ne ho so ene ne manfo so. And during this era no, in fact na ohene no ne manfo na pamfo ne buman tienie ne follow during the era of a year before Kwesi Broni nipa tantan nipa oye nipa bonefo ebeba abedi eso no na sabio ye nananom nim nyansa no ma sete wo mo ankasa system wona na ye ono nkwa na tena wa no ohye mra wo na oja se owo ankobia wo ka ne sei nifahene benkumhene owo eye chese wo bia ne de ye wa asafo hene and ye say Kwesi Broni aba 1482 woba abedi yeso 1482 Kwesi Broni ba ya emra nu ko mra ne sese nyina no na wo ye mra adidi yeso eti free 1866 the first constitution ayenya under aye Kwesi Broni rule sabra no 1866 1874 ye di tumi ko share aye Queen Elizabeth nsem. At that time, King George and King Huan, Charles and Mona, and war, invade the crown. You can't crown because somebody no better to me, Timidi. It was only 2 million in share crown anymore. And in the descendancy order, now crown no was the highest authority. Now, if you are near about Governor General, now yaba a governor, near about a Secretary of State. Ne di dimwa ba district secretary na aba abedu ayaya hemfono a na omoye the direct representative of the people so etubeka ya free bibi indirect rule na Queen Elizabeth ene ne nkrofo ati abrochire ana omo rule ye that was way back 1866 the first constitution Ghana edi kanya ye 1874 constitution edi dimwa bedu 1951 the 9th constitution under a year colonial rule, 1951 constitution, was the 9th and the last constitution under the colonial rule. 1951 constitution in Sakraya kakra bi be mo. Sakraya be mo ni say, do na Queen edisudia, nanso sa time ni amakwa abeka that was the first time I to aba, Kwame Nkrumah she prison ya, Kwame Nkrumah wini ye with Nkrofo, ye ko yi ni free prison ba ya obeka. Eti ye create a cabinet. And this time around, the governor was appointing certain people as cabinet ministers. And out of the 11 people that were representing this country, there were 3 ex-official members. Tienye, by 1951 constitution, created a cabinet that had 11 members. And out of the 11 members, there were 3 ex-official members. And 3 ex-official members, now a governor they appoint here. Governor they appoint here. Woman a finance so. Wamuna head defense so ene international relations afi 18 no aka no wamuse Ghana for ya ngasa ye chusu ye nipa no emra ye didi mua ya bedu 1957 the first ever constitution ama Ghana ye independent tienye nanso na akwaya se Kwesi Broni edwadie no edie no enso maton aboa no meda so kura ne tedua 1957 ya baba ye ye kana say ya nya fa hodie. Now, 1957 constitution is still was say you better report to the amount the crown. It is Kwame Nkrumah be prime minister there. Now should be just for report my crown. Queen Elizabeth, and you said there be that. Yampene. It year the Dimuan Tubakaya 1957 set of March declaration. It did not make Ghana a republic. Okay. Yakase Ghana Republica. Na 1957, we were not a republican constitutional nation. It is 1st July 1960. 1st July 1960. By 1957, Queen Elizabeth was the highest authority. Kwame Nkrumah was the prime minister. The only thing that changed in that constitution was that 1957, you making sure that 3 ex-official members na omuwo so appointed by the governor so this time around it became the prime minister and the 8 other ministers. Yes, there be Kwesi Broni wuntimi ni sa adwa no. Sa adwa no ne say ene say afa ye pefa hu die kran yetimi tena ha ema nkrofobia wo mo na ese wo mo nananom na gi independence ma ye etimi twetwe letter ekoma Queen Elizabeth omkoka kire Queen Elizabeth say ye nya ready, oh hail the Queen, we are not ready, we will plead with you if you can guide us a little bit more because we are toddlers in democracy sa nkrofo we and na omo mo nananom na gi democracy ma wo my way afa tienie tia ana nyansa wo afa ye be republic eventually 1st July 1960 and the constitution for the first time wa Emma Kwame Nkrumah be the head of state, not a prime minister, the head of state, now the leader of all business in this country. There was no position as vice president in 1960. Tia medical catcher say Kwadwo Mpiani was former chief of staff under a can say President Kufuor President Kufuor was a vice presidential position for Sobiani so. Abaje Chirame ne report no a wode to no. Chirame ne report no. Kwadwo Mpiani I was say Ghana does not need a vice president. Enyame na meka. Papa we uninaguably one of the best you can say your friend on the position chief of staff. Osi young vice president be who? Osi vice president position no mfasuo bia ni so. Dr. Mamadou Mahomia position mfasuo dia bia ni so. And Makai was said by 1960 no 1960 na ye ni position bia your friend dey vice president. Kwame Nkrumah was the head of state and he was ruling this country with 8 other cabinet ministers. Na ye ni position bia your friend there vice president. After 1966 ye took Kwame Nkrumah. Nipa bonifo ya ni dida airport so kutoka ye dika ka kire mu se wo man ya yesi ye glorify ku enso ye airport a ye international airport a obi agba wo bewura mu no enipa wo tu Kwame Nkrumah true coup d'etat ana ye de ne din ato so se ye nipa bonifo a ye hypocrite a ena no mama didie yesi ye gba agene so nkrofo esi mo nyene so enso mo de Kwame ayi kutoka din na ato airport so ewa abra ye wo figure like Kwame Nkrumah out of political pettiness. Now 1969 General Kwasi Amankwah Afrifa ene ne nkrofo asa amakwan se yenkonkoto aba ya hyehye eye constitution foforo eye the 1969 constitution tienie emu anasa 1969 constitution no ekreti eye the presidency and the prime minister tienie tia na nyansa wo etinei president ya oteso eye William Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo but ni dia ngasa de or the William Adodankwa Akufo-Addo just that on say we emancipate ho a na wateki saa abrofudin na firi ho so eti Kwame Nkrumah say no the Francis we emancipate no ho yi Francis na to twene ya Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo no the William we emancipate no ho yi William na to twene ya me na me the Leo Mensa me emancipate me won me yi Leo na to atwere because that is slavery mentality. Yabo so yese for broni de card ya ho hey monton twene say di no montam to twene yamra the substantive matter so by 1969 and the creative constitutional sa constitution no acknowledging say after the ebewo eye president and the prime minister e hona krono ne sha se free by you president and the prime minister at that time Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo papa Edward Akufo-Addo ana na ye president edi history books I can ye nyina no o say he was a ceremonial president. As to what that word simply means I don't get it. Ana na Kofi Abrefa Buzia Dr. Kofi Abrefa Buzia at that time no na ono ana ye prime minister leader of government business in parliament tienie 1969 constitution no and creative vice president position but he created a president and a prime minister or in the follow eti honso no na ye ni bibia ye friend no there vice presidential position ye wo mu 1970 Edward Akufo-Addo and Kofi Abrefa Buzia wo mu de yakos 1970 aba 1971 aba du 1972 Yenya General Ike Champon, the best president after Kwame Nkrumah. Umpeu. Mona mon kanu kurentia. wo mu so wo de ku ne bedi ade de ne so wo ya ade chen eye kotoka na mudi ne dia to airport so no wo ya ade chen mi ankasa me na kwasi amankwa afrifa wo ya ade chen wo mu nyina enso ye mpe na asem nti general ike champion ebetu eye kwam eye kan sei akufo ado papa ene Kofi Abrefa buzi a aban guye ye didi mu from 1972 73 74 75 76 77 78 ana FWK Akufo eyi eye ye kan sei ike champion de ye friend Palace School no wo mu yi ni free ho 1978 79 JJ Rollins and the Armed Forces Revolutionary Hwan Council etu eye FWK Akufo Supreme Military Council 2 omo free ho yedi di mu an ye form eye 1979 Constitution tienie aha na nyansa otienie 1979 Constitution no was the first constitution wa Ghana ha ehunu say your free position be vice president position. The first time Ghana experienced a vice president position was 1979 Constitution. It is worthy to note that 1979 Constitution also as a criteria a platform. The president was supposed to appoint on ministers, but this time around, and I'm saying no more nya kromfo, and I'm saying no more pesika die, and I'm saying no more nwini wo muboto mu ntino. 1979 Constitution e can say president may appoint ministers here. Tienye o, tie haye papa, tie. Or say obe appoint ministers here. Or appointed ministers outside parliament. Or you know, no one yakromfo. Now one more on my Ghana ho. And one more democracy as say. Democracy no a government of 3 arms. Bako and son chair bako. Or we are in a 1979 Constitution is muse. In the unlikely event to say President person will appoint you will be free parliament ya hey papa. Ya catch also 1992 Constitution no a sakawa Constitution a Constitution akromfo be boy krono a also wonyentum afetienie 79 Constitution say President person will appoint ministers na ohwemu anu ohunu say obi ye papa wo parliament it will be appointed no a otimi go ahead and appoint him nemo memra da honie say appointed as minister pe tia ye appointed as minister pe yes who position as parliamentarian no where they what they to ho constitution papa was ani ye no enya kromfo dia wo mo na say hybrid no hybrid na se kire say ya yetimi aka parliament ne ye kan say executive obum tie hybrid akromfo constitution no sa na kire 1979 constitution is say appointed was minister of state na say wo ye parliamentarian na we sit no fat form ne be do minister if the parliamentarians are supposed to check ministers no said the be ya wo mumfa pen enye de enwayen adwuma parliament ne wo ho na adwuma ba akopa ne se eso checking anado ne na pamfo eti agbangba be ne na pamfo mo parliament wo mondwuma boten pa ba ko ne se they are supposed to check the anado ne na pamfo ye said the be ya wo mumfa pen enye de enwayen eti 1979 de ne se say ye betimi aye saa de we ye na parliamentarians betimi a check ministers no and president ni ye ye appoint on na parliamentarian na onya agitum say me pese me ye kan say minister fa saa konya no eto no obi fufuro me occupy na won check akromfo ye didi mu 1979 JJ Rollins yes say 1981 31st December Ejayetiwa was hey who Hilali Mount Mumani was a cofertio and another obrofu bi aya waka na sabrofo na de say somebody says the sovereignty of the people by the barrel of the gun when we call for democracy 1979 81 31st December JJ Rollins sabai this time around him say no akwatere kire that time na JJ na oba 79 na when JJ Rollins a wo be state capture and I'll show you why and I'll tell you why This time around, JJ Rollins did not come as somebody who was going, hey, Wabedada, ye, and the Lima Muma, Yotim so quatinary. Now, was share ni play, a conyano, and see one SCS and they see the whole. Or here was, hey, Charlie, I did not get money, I don't make money. Charlie can go back. We'll come back. This time around, it wasn't to make sure some of the poor is okay. It was to capture the state and make money out of the state. It's a hard reality. It means Karokura Wama Mumaka. Now, when you did the 1981, 82, 83, 84, Nigeria Rollins said the economic reform policy or the structural adjustment program or the program for the PAMSCAD for action to mitigate the social cost of adjustment. Bro, focus here. Still, our mind we are paying 1985, 86, 87. Every baby IMF for the World Bank for the Arantias opposite of Wapadia. One microphone more returning to constitutional rule. Yakosuma microphone so mon kwatena akusi. Akuse blue book for no. Wa mon so kwatena se yakwahye niema se yabase yakwa constitutional ruler. Ahani yade befa, ahani yade base, ahani yade base, ahani yade base. Ana 1992. Yaji tum sa afedie eventually. Yabere yabekọ constitutional rule. Na 1992 constitution no ayaya se ya kromfo and in fact ya kromfo constitution. Constitution ya dibe wiayai constitution ya fa mo and JJ Rollins we ka catch say na onye na adweso peso obumai constitution no 1992 constitution no emwo wo man Ghana ne emwo man Ghana chena wisdom whoever mo fra wisdom mame ene me ne wo be kwa da kwa yi Adam start ene wo be ready mame ene wisdom be ready mame 1992 constitution no portions ya nyansa nim wisdom, bra, say, bra. Aha, Mike no. Na omra. 1992 no portions ya nyansa ni mwa, eninti yasi ya ntonchene. Now 1992 constitution no, tienye. This time around, sa constitution recognize a vice president. But Maminka was said by 7 January 1993. And ye di kind status 1992 constitution no. Say ube project to so no mso kan bi. By January 7, 1993, and ye di kind year a yes 1992 constitution eba into full force. Tienye. Now some of the portions of a year 1992 constitution wa yes nyansa nim before say wisdom be kind no. Sa 1992 constitution my vice president position bi. Wisdom. The original 1992 constitution, when I say the original 1992 constitution, 1992 constitution, 1996, it went under a amendment. Original 1992 constitution, position of vice president, a recognization. But this time around, in order say, vice presidential position, may redundant, or making sure say, Obama vice president ne eye dwumabia obedie afretienie. So the 1992 constitution, the original one no, article 201 of the original 1992 constitution no, it made the vice president the chairman of the police council. What's the mutienie? Original one no, and amended in 1996. Original one in 1992 made the vice president the chairman of a Ghana Prison Service Council. The original 1992 constitution made you can say the vice president the chairman of a Ghana Armed Forces Council. So mind you, the vice president was heading these three serious security institutions. That you see here. 1992 you got to about JJ Rollins was the ticket of the NDC. Now the way na bed ye chire eye kwaw enkansen aka so what the vice president aka dia wonu na na vice president in 1993 na didimwa na JJ Rollins ni aka friction ba wo montam na mu odin pa enkrofo chira na ye alangaju bi ho ene de ga ka ho say ye mpanimfo alangaju asam ne o de didimwa edru mire bi kura ye ko 1996 abato. Na vice president akaye vice president ma JJ Rollins ya wote cabinet him anso no wasa ye eye vice presidential candidate ema eye president Kufuor in 1996. So it became a situation where a certain vice president is the vice presidential candidate of the opposition party, and such certain vice president to otena cabinet team and my cabinet decision biano oyebi. Such certain vice president Kroya na head of a police council by the constitution, head of a Ghana Armed Forces Council by the constitution, Ghana Prisons Council by the constitution. Etinafe abeye hu tienio. Yes, a vice presidential position, no, and for Sudia Biano so, see be ye flew a movie in 10. Now, Momuchan Trocrado. Vice presidential position be a young woman and Tron Dawson. Womuni you may be a day, you see a digitalization near Duho, you see a be a post office and near Duho, you see a letters and near Duho. When you hear now, vice presidential position, no, I master say, I do. Boy. 1992 Constitution, original one before amendment. Kwa wenkense anka JJ Rollins and Professor Mills neba 1996. And woman say ye Xyz position no eto woma vice president the head of 3 institutions, serious institutions the problem beba 1996 ye amende ye. What's the muti? And ye sa position si nyina ye dey free vice president ase. Ave vice president oni hweye. I guess the president catch and say, "Wo, memoir head the economic management team." Now, to be honest, you see, and I'm say vice presidential position, you know, 2016, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia when Munyampa. Nana ni modu. Now what me atina wa mankola to feel where ya omudidi na nadwachi hey wabiaka bibia hey correspondent no abano abe respond is it Dr. Bawumia ni ha but aduma no nya bi nyentia because in the position no there is no job there is no job. Now yanko 1992 constitution sakawa constitution no our constitution say we are all equal before the law. Bewa Ave yanko article 57(4) of the 1992 Constitution. 57(4) of the 1992 Constitution. Awaje project mame 50. Ose 57(4). O go chore the 55(4).
No, 57.
Awaje 57(4). Aha. Oh Awurade Yesu. Awaje hey abrante wo ba bi agina dey study one thing. Yes study. Now what kind? 1992 Article 57(4). What's the farm called?
Without prejudice to the provisions of Article 2 of the Constitution, and subject to the operations of the prerogative rights, the president shall not, while in office, be liable to proceedings in any court for the performance of his functions.
Was the president, or office? Ebra wo office no awaje fatoso no mon kan na nkrofo no be kan ye ma constitution ye huhuhu as a legal document bia o kan ya wonti ase ye brofo ne atworo no mo bia kan bia obeti ase mon sha ase kan. Was it the president shall not while in office be liable to proceedings in any court for the performance of his functions?
Yes.
The president wo ye na dwuma na ensemoni bia ba mu a utimi mfa ne kokko to bia wo wiase twaso
or for any act done.
Or say for any act done.
Or omitted to be done.
Omitted to be done.
Or purported to be done.
Or purported to be done.
Or purported to have been done.
Or purported to have been done.
Or purporting to be done. In the performance of his function under this constitution or any other law. 5 no.
Wait. Brofona sinya say president wo office nko ade a akronfo constitution the president kum nipa kura no a wo say wo ye na dwuma na koba se wo kum nipa wo say dwuma no wo ye ni mu a ye fa ne nkogina court bia ba ye ko no behuru wo say the president be ye bia de wo ye ne na no de yesususu wa ye de yesususu wo be ye ni nyina no ntimi fa ne nkogina emra bia nim e wo Ghana we anya akronfo constitution a sa constitution we fa 57(5).
The president shall not, while in office as president, be personally liable. To any civil.
Follow us. Or say 57(5). The president shall not, while in office as president, be personally liable to
any civil or criminal proceedings in court.
What kind of nonsense is this? Now president na na yere se na nenyi aware anim to obeso de court ko gya yi a wo se president te wo as president dia o timi emfa liar ayi civil or criminal ye ka civil ne criminal a ye ka civil case ya se aware gya ye ne de ka ho no civil case criminal case ye wakokum obi unu obi akon apra no these are all criminal matters. Yes, president ti akonya no so nko ade a yentimi mfa ne ma mranim se na yiri pesu oja no se wakoye boni o wakokum obi o waye dayo president ti akonya no so nko ade a shall not be personally liable to any civil or criminal proceedings in court. We enya krom for constitution we a constitution we a constitution the president de transfer na ne ho adwodwo no anu odi nsemhunu bia oni so die yetimi fa ne kokko tintini am nhihye no ave yenko 576 famko.
Civil or criminal proceedings may be instituted against a person within 3 years after his ceasing to be president.
Or said yeah, civil or criminal proceedings may be instituted against person within. You can within. That means and that one will be ceased to be president, you know. And because 3 years of that will cease, you know. So within some rano, a yes says a war, a yes civil, and no crown or said yeah, civil or criminal proceedings may be instituted. It is our bibia who person the president to be court. Ghana mratan time we. Constitution we or say one to me anya sa no within 3 years dia to asoma me
in respect of anything done or omitted to be done by him in his personal capacity before or during his term
in his personal capacity before
or during his term of office
before so obey president no odi boni bi ana so obey president wadi boni bi na say ye wie now within 3 years no want me anya evidence bi amfana nkokoto a ahyegu we yamra we yanyina yanim se yanya to abawie nso bia no a first 1 year no afekura na president ya waba no wo set up the cabinet eti evidence ni ba bia hye nyina ye hunu wo mo ya kromfo ntie o wo mo nim se de besie ni jeje Rollins ne nkrofo ana twiro sa amra we Mianka semase PV obe waka ho konyowi miama sepa no masi nimpopa meiro ofa no waka ho wo mo na tworo sa amra we chachuchi kata mo na tworo sa amra we na we amra but yanka hunu say at that time na JJ Rollins oye ya kan say dictator and of free dictatorship mo eba constitutional rule etina wo shuro say eniama fo tantanya wo ye no 81 ebesi 1992 no yesuro say ye de bere ebe court edisa nioma we nyina no otworo to protect JJ Rollins and JJ Rollins no wawu etianenti ye da so was nioma fun we ye constitution so within 3 years etine dwoma amati we na se ye ko fine bibi say time wo office no okun obi she baby a yes say after so CZ to be president from 2017 besi nenu a ye hunu se okun obi within 3 years no ye hunu ni na so okun obi a yetimfa ne kokko tota we amra we amra na rutie na so awia yesika na se yesi ye constitution mu o CZ to be president by 2024 after 3 years ne ye ko find out say na do wia wo man sika yesi after 3 years ne de ahyeagu we amra we amra wisdom we amra mema me akosu abene wa watifia won komra sukukura da no sa de tantan we won tro yesi mo sesa constitution no maye ave ye to JJ Rollins mi angasa papa president Kufuor waba president Kufuor emom nyenka no kure woni president Kufuor kasa wie bia no a wotimu so ne Kufuor there is a vast difference and omo governance so there is a vast difference Kufuor governance the president Kufuor there about 100/20 it's a fact president Kufuor na mbusa and say papa na constitution no one was in suro ne say na Ghana fo nyante democracy na see ana ne free JJ Rollins rule na niam bebre a happen na etina oyi ne nkakra se betimi modify no etu ono kura gitum say eniam bi wo ho a ese dey ye tweaky Omo friend tweaking. Nemo ye call for a new democracy, a new constitution, because sound crop for Korea will more benefit ya cromfo ya will more benefit. One the tricky. Now guys idea benefit to Monombe. What as a parliamentarians better not see cultural constitution Becca say. I've heard there may appoint ministers in free parliament, which is what metro constitution. A benefit to them, so they won't do it. Now for me call article 78.1. Yeah. I want if I'm call article 78.1. For me call article 78.1. Or say ministers shall be appointed by there.
I say ministers of state shall be appointed by the president with a prior approval of parliament from among members of parliament or persons qualified to be elected as members of parliament, except that the majority of ministers of state shall be appointed from among
ministers of state shall be appointed by president with the prior approval of parliament from among members of parliament or persons qualified to be elected as members of parliament. Wamoya Kromfonti, Wamo say, won't choose you. Mamenka was 79, no. I say, and choose you outside there, parliament. A Kromfonti, they also won't choose you within parliament and any other persons who qualify. What we are what they call say, except that the majority of the ministers and majority is 60%. It was say you be appointed ministers a Kromfoni share no mo say woman no eso mo kohwe eye president na pamfo so no ya choose majority and free wa mo approve we constitution we ade no ese kohwe obi so se de be ya wonwia no wo kochoro constitution na wo de ahyem say sa nipa no wono am appointed wa wo approve na nya kro no na pa bank abeka so me appointed 1992 constitution no yanton twene vice presidential position no emfasodie bia ni so ama omutwa ntro kra do nti enyi free ho TV Xyz Abranaso what's the matter say TV Xyz Abranaso enkomo Ghana nkomo ne yedie ne sade etie sa na ye ka no straight bullet minute wakatachi Afrifa Mensa and many our hub Farouk our international diplomatic consultant and eba twenkomo but my main course kakra now so bra be kire wadwene ye di kaka kire say the youth of this nation I am taking you from where we were yesterday bringing you to where we are today and taking you to the next level course yanko Lawyer J say, how can then Parliament reject their own members when they are same one approving the body? Of course, one more friends, and they will not reject anybody. We say Ibrahim Isumala Osei Akufo-Addo will go down in history as the worst president in Ghana and Africa, the whole world. Okay, Ibrahim Isumaila. Citizen Kwame said they have created stupid laws to devalue the respected, to disrespect their citizens. Hello, Wanye. They also want you. Jesus, because Africa is casting with you. Tifrotel. Okay. You. Now you talk with us. You pay for no. Only 12 of the Tibiano. I think you can try. I can't try. I understand that day. The program is very good in that team. But it's not going to go. You think of the Medase. Yanante. Next caller,
Hello, good morning.
Hello, why you? Yakubu Kasafri. What's it? Upper West. Faminante.
Aha, but I have to know what we. A portion may be a constitution, problems for. No, we don't want to be a Sunday wiki. Because that constitution and one former president Kufuor Juma and one Atabete Bay Juma. I didn't know where we would acquire lawyer now with new general. I buy a one constitution in Juma. And this is super and a chair. Constitution is that was a difference of the power and the constitution. Because we did the other chance where you have the power. Now then, one of the Wapana, what you are saying, you will offer Juma, your friend over here. It is the constitution for the department was one fine Juma. I'll find Juma.
Okay. That's it. I want for next caller. Why you? Isaac, Faminante, okay, free.
The Casafri Sapema Upa.
Sapema, Tifrim Nyanko.
I mean nothing. Me, on say kaka se na ya abagimi bre na me won say abagimi bre for ntimi ya de papa na ya esi akosu eni munya so ye ne ma ye masa
tete ya abagimi bre tete nya abagimi tete no mu nim nyansa papa ai
anu man ko se kaka na ya abagimi bre no
na ya abagimi bre ya jimi che ya nananom
ye o village no na fi so ne wa adwene no wote na bianwe timu be ko so kwacha adwene na so ne ba ra ma ye nyanso no ya aje pita ne me sa ha me tisi e ko para ne si de zoom samre ne anya ne abagimi bre yes stay jimi na se bi tugu ma ye jimi no
medase
video we tire ya kwabra ne ko te na ko edi ko ne da no muso
Faminante, abaje next caller. I will have Farouk, international diplomatic consultant. Ofia, why new?
You flip me Boachi.
Boachi, Yadom. Wadam Makaza free here.
Because I dance Bogisang.
I dance here, a one, a ja, Minson no more. Faminante, would you free a year, a dance here, crochet, a remua, Bessie Boise, a co new dubias, some potem Madame for Palu, if you knew a dubias minimum.
You will keep Hammond, the war born, and Pina war born, in Petras number.
Yard of Faminante.
Constitution has a okay. Just a Ghana Mumpari, just a 70 and to school, I can also Bible class, don't say, and you go in me, Diana, a winner's own. A Bible, I can't. I am a bosom when you can say you go in Diana, said, yes, I wouldn't zoom. So, dear, or more dear, and say, well, when you quantum say no yet, Atlantic at Roma, or more dear, I could from say, well, no, I am Branty and a crown, and Mabba is on your constitution. Not know your way. Ave yadom one no e west e de kire say one no be di ade wo kroma say no need 35 years wo kwa chiro constitution 1992 was say only 40 years meanwhile Kwame Nkrumah no yes we dictator 1960 constitution no was say person di president unless we 35 years Kwame Nkrumah 1960 constitution no ehemu say the minimum age 35 JJ Rawlings no obedi ade at the age of 32 no 33 no wo kwa no ne nkrofo a twere say we need 40 years ultimate ni president Nkrumah Faminante and the constitution in there say or the country for say or no so that constitution so mo be hold mama and there na mo ye hold mama
eno an eguso ye no we ayese Alambans mo Gorgesburg mo pictures na wo hunu no mpanimfo ma bedi o man so Kwame Nkrumah General Ankara Kwesi Amanko Afrifa Eduardo Kufuado IK Champo FWK Kufo Hilary Man JJ Rawlings so mo na hunu no so no ye nante awa Farouk Ofia ha ye nimre kura next caller me fa two calls pe na ya kwaba me dame wo ba ene ye be kire how a nation can create wealth ye penifo no aha ana nyansa wo won betie no mo sua de na awaje next caller
hello
wani
yeah hello koni
waya
hello
oga free
hello
oga free
e kasa free na vrongo yes.
Kwetam. Lawani. Mention count. Lawani. Oh, ni edu na vrongo na minu ana ntimenka. Ma mena me homra last caller was abaje. Hello wani.
Pacho, your friend Alaji Mashuda Viola from Tamale.
Alaji, Tamale, adzai.
Pacho, Edamboko, Namuse.
Fantastic. Tamale Faminante. Why?
No, okay. Say, the Okoshe, your constitution has come now. Especially 1992 constitution. Tama umbe yes our constitution. Say Okosha, akwefo wom, businessmen wom, atrok for Obia omwa rounds sa ko bisa bisa
wahene wambo de no dada keke de nkrofo ne kan anya no ne hyemu no de nkrofo ne kan anya no a ye boy de nkrofo ne kan ye Ghana for nkase president for wo ho koto to ye omo nkasa Ghana for nkase mamrante me president so obi nim nyansa no obetimi abeye eye minister of state at the age of 21 at the tin wodi me president oko countries papa to say Canada Oko countries papa to say Canada, US no mama kanwa. Udi 1835 crot me president. Enye di wo mu de no ya. Medase. Mama na me homra. Me ba awa ha Farouk. International diplomatic. In fact, nyansa woni trim, nimdie woni trim, adwene woni trim, enso woni MPP card ni NDC card nti. Ghana penifo si enyu no. Ene me no ka say wo vice president deputy minister foreign minister of Papua West Papua Mwa. First name Papua New Guinea.
No, Papua New Guinea is different, and West Papua.
And West Papua is different. Madam Obesi Ameba, the show continues. Ahaya Abranaso. I came, I saw, I fear not. I am a non-descriptive radical reformer. Ogata Chief Reformer and Sanimidi. And come baby Ameba Sisia.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, good papa. Ganabam, if your what apostle, your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
What are they? Ganabam. To wait from doctor no. Where are they? Oh my goodness. 20 cedi. This is tobacco. Ganabam. Yanto emetoha. Efesa tobacco nti. Efentu obi 20 cedis.
Ni doctor. Ni mo se we Ganabam come. Say I'm too so. If we have Ganabam. You can resist.
If a cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehimfa pa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre, me busia ato taxi for Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hye ahodo bi te se dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. And it does all savings account. Me bada chain savings account. And then the keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Now won so what to me aka say.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
All right, me that's say what also ATA area or TV Xyz Abranaso nkomo. Medine sisa still a hwen royal. Bomfa this year no Asantiago na yokohine no na unimu a ote ha. Mene our Wahab Farouk our international diplomatic consultant na oye deputy foreign affairs minister ma West Papua. Otega na hano na deputy foreign affairs minister, you can understand say ye wade enso ye nyusu. Akawa now what is any?
Inshallah.
And I know I'm kujina you kwakuntu fi ho swami. What people onyini ho swami and okomakalanta ewo Bantama market. Saturday ensi kotoko de no.
Oh, the Sekotoko Maslech India actually. But Bantama market there say ona no me Bantama watching.
Okay.
Until na umbeton watching na kobompa ya no ma me bi.
All right. In fact, I will share very quickly before I call on the topic. 1992 Constitution, there has been conversation going on. Say it needs to be reformed. What is your take on it?
Every country our person progressing, reformation and our changes is the key to go. And then the spirit of constitution designed by any other country in this world is subject to modification, especially when your population is increasing, especially when there are challenges, especially expanding your economy. Because constitution also it may crash the expansion of the economy. Depending on the vision of the designing constitution and the shame. Like if you talk about, let's say, indemnity clause, President Biba, Obedia de, Bibi si nanim or ye biano, Ghana constitution, Opia or Kwa Untimianishe. People who worked under him, most of them no, on instructions. No. Those people could be picked and be jailed. But he doesn't come to any court to explain. And if you look at it from that strength, the only thing a Ghana constitution, if you say, be a the 4-year term, and then also return a 2-year mandate and no return. And no them fans say Ghana we have enhanced in your friends say politics in terms of what elections. But what they say. But when you leave the other things now, that constitution needs a total overhaul. But Rebecca is say Prof. Mills time no. Omode engage civil society near that say omunye your friends say constitutional.
The Professor Emeritus Abed Kojo report.
Yes, right. A review.
The report in here.
Ghana they writing John so me
960 pages. And where your white paper you issue here and then responding to the report.
But when it comes to implementation, that is where the country has problems. Modifications, we have problems. Because some of the visions enshrined in here, no, even Krano, regards to some mandate said, so biba no be 1 term. Not 1 term, no, when Otimisa Babiem, typical case in the case of His Excellency, the former President Mahama. Sebia or Sababium, na Uria, up to the definition as to so Obeko 1 term, Obeko 2 terms, no. This constitution, it is open, it has a way, one year, a time to come, no. The same Ghanaian lawyers, the same Ghanaian legal brain people, no, somebody will subject that constitution into a very serious scrutiny.
I think a state say President Biwu, now Vice President be take a year over. Now say a year before 2 years of the president in the term there. Then the so-called Vice President, you know, or just 1 term to go. But if it's after 2 years, then 2 terms. But on also serving 1 term we. Nasi ye true no obetimi ababa all put together no the term we also serving should not exceed 8 years.
It's the case, but what you say the other side of legality, there are always loopholes that somebody can also research and say because constitution we know Bibi Jaire Marke said to his wish and me personally I've had a one-on-one discussions with him. We had a conversation somewhere not longer than a year before, 8 months before, so be free. No? And he touched base on that one. And then he gave certain revelations. And then maybe a Nuunima or signing here. What I say. And what he told me, which I won't mention the name, say he trusted certain people, and somebody that was the person to him, no, or trusting him so much. Now, onini dinkomobi anka, he would have wished, say, Nankentisa. Meaning, say, and Kocha 18 years, no, after 1 year, after 1 term break, you know, yeah, not 3 consecutive times. Name we 2 and breaker and Kotimisa back. In fact, he did.
That was how they wanted the constitution.
That is what he thought.
That 2 consecutive break, you know. He meant say, "Untimi quarter into aso." Emo 2 years. Now, ko de wa home ba. Untimi down.
At any time, you would have.
I don't modify na nechi.
One sure. What does it? Oh yeah, no, just Odidim Komo. But indeed, he made certain names out, and as a revelation of certain names, he trusted what they came to tell him. because indeed he was not part of the architects now, because he didn't, according to him, no need too much time, because he was concentrating on the government, he was concentrating on his ministers, or concentrating on putting the country together. And anything that has to do with all those things, some were hurriedly done, but it's like, maybe no me or trust him, nam some trust so. Nam say ampa washim was mashim. What can wash BBI Fabra? And no cause I will sign with my blood. You remember that South Constitution was I will sign with my blood. And to know office everything, but later now, obeji or nya or relax kakrano. I feel no who say some of the Nyemen Buha they're a little bit too much what they say, but I too late. Okay.
So you believe that the constitution needs a total overhaul? They
know current government, the last one, and all the Fourth Republic, from 1992, this particular constitution, they all know say there are problems with it, and they're supposed to change it. Okay, presidential age, etc. That is not the only. There are a lot of things which is quite bulleted in it. Now issue say a country see a moving forward because the constitution is a crash and crypto. You maybe because I refer to the constitution, but it has been seriously the Ghana problem. Say, even our constitutional law and actually a criminal law, there's a criminal justice system. No, anybody can always use the legal system to prolong to manipulate. Into judges, adjournment, and you have to, because it is in that constitution and it is that in that legal framework. What do you do about that? What does it? And the modification there, system now be grow, economy need grow, Nipani change, dynamics are taking place, institutions assess based on the character of certain things. So you look at those ones, the basics in may stand, but then sometimes you have to change things.
Right. It's a political constitution we have as of now. Now we are asking for developmental constitution. Yemra back to the studio. Now you have Farouk. You can say American dream. Who could do the Britain dream? In fact, or my Ghana, and Africa. What di amanyo asemwachi we are siache ye dream and the na maybe I am your dream there.
I'll detach Ghana from Africa and did the subject.
Okay.
But if you put African together, there are African countries where Omo dream, Omo realize it, also realizing the dreams. The dreams of Africa or a country is not realized a day. It's progressive. And the country are not realizing the dream, no dream no. Who said in Yamani progressive from A to or climb ascending order. But countries since we are on dream no, it is a negative dream. Let me put it that way no. Either we're stagnant and now say Ninyama or reversal entries. And no say all combine and put Africa together. I will take a country like Libya under Gaddafi. Yes, he had a dream, he had a vision, and that dream and that vision was progressive, because he was actually moving the Libya to a certain level. Somebody would be only looking at the dream of a country. In our case, Ghana, what I say, we prepare only the term electoral dream. So, Kufi the line, so men kasa, what I say, near prepare, sorry. I'll grow monko bonyame na masla chi nyina Friday ono bankasa na mama bompaye Pentecost yom de Methodist yom de. That one, that dream need the Ghana wayade no there are peaceful elections, no there are international acclamation also you dream no. But when you bring countries like Botswana, you bring countries like Ethiopia, you bring countries like even Kenya, the countries that have dreams on the continent and they are progressively going on that dream no, tells you, say, if a nation like Ghana, which of course was a leader, a very key leader on the continent of Africa, historically, everything, diplomacy, Ghana comes top among the lot. What I say? But what share development in terms of vision and a dream, and I'm looking at dream in this regard as an economy, a dream in this regard as liberation, open up your economy, the human capital, developing the country, infrastructure, put all together, no dream now can. But when you put all this 10, the top 10 on the continent, regardless of how Ghana, any 64 years of independence, any dinner or on the continent, and Ghana any top 10 of the African economy. Look at the last time. We haven't come in.
So what is the Ghanaian dream?
The Ghanaian dream is preparing people to go and have a peaceful election and go and sleep.
No.
That is why we have the beacon of democracy. Ghana President Biya uses our word. Beacon of democracy. We are not a culture. Ghana is the gateway to Africa. No, we don't want gateway. We want destination of Africa. Gateway need. I'm sorry. If you watch man, if you no. Security or gate nyane dia. We see gateway dia. Obi afam be room no akonifie no akwakoda. The road nam so kofie no. Enya me road no. But if you na me kodem is my house. So Ghana need a destination where we are sleeping. That is where we should concentrate, not where we take to go. And yama subjectively no, you are yet so interested and comfortable, say we are only interested in our democratic dispensation. Ghana is seen by the international community. Say you're peaceful. Yeah, election we are as I've told you several times, and say it's the only country among the lot on the continent of Africa, only opposition leader will jail. Only exile leader will jail. Only obia political related issue say achenu say na oye say anakoye say intinia de na to jail. Not even at the level of so obi try so we are balloting box. You know obi our serve sentence or Ghanaian jail. Ghana performs so well. Our only democratic in terms of elections. But we are not sure if you don't have your friend say democratic economy. Don't tell me about democracy in a sense of elections and who become president after 4 years, successful change of power. That is not what we are looking. Any serious nations with dreams in America, they are rather thinking of democratic development.
Okay.
Democratically. Democracy does not, in my view, and my technical understanding, does not only tell me, say, it is just about elections. Democracy means, say, I should be able to wake up and I don't need to rely and beg and pick a phone and calling family members for Momo. Liberation.
Democracy means, say, about time we were for.
No.
That
is what
that is developmental
that
democracy.
Is what progressive democracy. That is what it means. Democracy does not mean say Obia won't mean Kasa Anas or whatever. Look, it's a fine country. I've said many times over. It is a peaceful country many times over. Ghana, we are president and now we are leader. Either you are president or head of state or leader of this country. So when Timan for citizens we and yet you've really dissatisfied yourself and dissatisfied the nation. Meaning, say, it is one of the most peaceful communities, individuals, country, districts, regions that you can ever have. Coupled with the fact of our ethnic backgrounds, very big. We have about 6 bigger ethnic backgrounds. But then under it, several. The minority tribes, more. The major tribes, the Akan, but more. However, you share any major issue regarding the country, you are plunged into crisis because of somebody's religious belief or somebody's your friend is a cultural background or tradition. So when you have that kind of citizens, Ghanaians do not know how to hit on the road, so or campaign or demonstrate. Fix their country, my member how. Ebi na mo hit road. She say no, yes, mujina monaso, but ewabo kakra because the Ghanaian style no, we are not used to. But what I say, the agitation will be there. The Ghanaian will stand and talk, but when it comes to the
real action
now,
they won't come.
Pacho, mon fame nyame na ye bo nipa. I had ye pasumje. Doesn't off. And to start with 20 people at one year, two. Until one says, I know every fire was spirit and a bathroom. Wow, they make only my numbers are hitting our crowd. What got crowd? Answer was about 25. It is not the way, it is the Ghanaian way. Obi be friend eba, o call me pacho. Answer me kabibi say. red and yet Ghanaian politician adibia ye market woman demonstration maybe pink and orange yellow. That is not bad. What they say, at least to be different, to send out a signal or a message. Thanks for taking that advice. However, Ghana for an individual driven kind of a country, private sector no, and national country we post independent 1964 64 years. Ghana ni baako a oye adwuma owo bi onibi ohwe ne re ohwe ne ba plus minus good or bad ohwe ne busua ohwe bibia me ba jwa say na asa kwa kodu se Ghana fo anya kwan atu kwan more Ghana ni bi o wa contribute is slave to the citizenry to the community we are slave to the community. We're a slave to Nimami, we're a slave to Ninuamo, we're a slave to Obia. Depending on him. Obia, without even asking how much the person earns. And I've said, timeless, and I repeat, Ghana government, we need time because we need problem. Say so see that movie baby da. But Ghanaians abroad, over, I can tell you a place like how do we call it? Santa Maria Ho, area Ho Ninara, greater part of Accra. About 64 to 70% of the buildings are people who are outside. And obviously that 30 years or no, are you not a slave? Obviously that 40 years or no, are you not a slave? Ninya eye abawu fie. Ninya na mu abedane fie ru a. Onya 45 years, onya adwumada ne sister discover no. Oje. Ne brother ketwa 26 years, oni obi akọ akonyima abortion sika ne sister betua. Utua electricity bill, utua water bill. Onu amu na ada obebe fie no oba besie oni maame ana oba yi owi ana okọ wadam 5 days obeba nderu akra yese treaty dan odam nyeyi you a slave until the person himself or herself sits out there has not developed his life or in the good name say wa enslave ne ho ankasa e the mother country. So certain things near marketing KTBS and Kabani no it's rather the individuals not taking Ghana obi wa ha the big case scenario. Who cry na omujejina e kwan so tonsuo no eni kaya ye fon kra no so wo kaya ye fon kra no na ahwa agbobulushi ni area malatam a momo na omo ho no obekọ no send this sika to the now 3 cedis 4 cedis 5 cedis or so anyama 1 2 no send it. What does it tell you? Or no akra na take responsibility omo tonsuo e your friend is saying Ghanaian market no ko hwe momo 5 cedis. No, appear back to back. No, ascended their command mammy were crossing. So such a country and you have such a citizen. Or problem is saying, Obitiabo so kind. Excuse me once again. O man penna or betwatching or co bank or tom prente up to today. Share a fear we see. Ninuamunia do we was capitalizing war fasting also they are sorry. Can't a country no ni how. What I say? I say he focusing here to me build a dream for this country. We don't have a single problem. That person is not on the street demonstrating. That person is not talking. That person is not crying. That person can only make noise and agitate. At the end of the day, no. Or quite sorry Sunday, pastor no. At the end of Ghana, the hope is that the political will, it is there. The political delivery and the decision, it is not there. The implementation, they purposely do not want to implement. Because when they are seeking power, all of them across board, original platforms, it is your duty, that is why you want to be a president or a leader. Right. Infrastructure is part of your mandate. Into so Obama Munsio, Obama water, Amam roader, it's not out of bounds. You are not doing any excesses. It is within, and that is what you said you can do. Part of the social contract. Part of the social contract that you said you can do. So I've given you, do it. But in spite, outside that, the excesses, the extensions, what have you done? What are you doing? Develop your human capital so you get your education. Is that the correct education that we are having? Let's look at this constitution. The modification has to come. Because education, which will propel the agenda to make the Ghanaian develop. To feed into the national plan. To feed into the bigger agenda. That is the step. But we don't even have an agenda until I said that is the step. Until now, no, Abedu Bibi said, students are training women, they are only, you took them to school, you didn't educate them. And there's a distinction and difference between educating somebody and schooling somebody. So timelessly, this constitution only focus on giving school. But it doesn't focus on professionalizing you. So if you give me school, I know how to read and write bigger articles, write bigger reports. But aside that, I cannot do anything with it. Timelessly, that is what the whole Ghanaian student setup is. In Tintesa, I will say, and I mention again, who school is among maybe the first 500 best universities. Who call the 500 best universities in Ghana, in the world. Ubenya Ghana Turkey bem, now we have yes. Unya 1,000 Ghana be 2 schools bebem. So you are not badly performing out of the whole world universities. What does it mean? It means schools with students graduating, they should be able to bring out what is called profession. Because we are talking about your subject, Ghana Dream. How far and how best will students graduates etima fit into the Ghana Dream. Now on one year school, acquire course, acquire university course, why masters, a doctorate and etc. Name them, different degrees or whatsoever. Or come back to Obia, excuse me to say, on no years are 7, by 1970 and 1979. I won't even report to share, or no more Nessa graduating. Me ba what I say. No achire no adwuma opeso ye, no achire ne salary. When it comes to field delivery, or no uncle school down, technically niama onim ene na dwen onimade ache wa ye. What I say. And it is a major issue that the Ghana has to look at itself. Or per se will propel and make your economy work. Unless you want to make it like a kingdom. The Saudi, the Kuwaiti, the Emirates, the Bahrains. In that case, in the Montana school and whom shading here, your resources, your franco for good managers, Sikan Beba, Mubenyabi, the socialist system. But that is not like that. The government in Bakuni or perform 3 functions of governance together. Where socialists when they want to get power. Or by a communist, or a socialist.
A socialist.
When your power we are, or a communist because of 2 tax won't mean kasa. You can wire. When your power we are, no a communism or practice capitalism. Mommy and 2 taxing because America, Monshe, and in your deep says you crew. We says you crew to America. We says you crew to Germany. So you can't perform the 3 forms of the political ideological stance, which are the 3.
That is socialist, communist and capitalism. Okay.
But Ghana, cleverly, because you can't challenge the authority because the many people do not see. For me, if you tell me, say Ghana, educated nation, I will tell you no, it's not true.
It's westernized nation.
Do you understand? Because say who put 2 Ghanaians, like I've always said, who to free your friend is saying, circle as a base. Now do of Ankokwa, one share and Kwasi abroad for bet you do you understand me? Do you understand me? Because Madame for become Kojo, sorry. Madame for become Yampuma German. Okwa, the company, no. Company, you Modman. Kojo, why a foreman.
But one Tibrofo.
Kojo can't go a brothel. But German for Etiman Manoa will cry and near matches, or corner or Gadia Brofois. That tells you, say, they have rather thought, say, we engineer him, we support him, we give him technical manpower. Solutions.
Then see a pebble
not writing on German. Because you can't bro for us here. I said, Baba, but gentleman fireman, or quite so none in the media. In fact, Yanam, your worries, because you brought for in yet. What is the mission? And it's not only him, because you're sorry. But timelessly, a lot of them. What I say. Into Ghana. Yes, into or per se or kick you out. And this constitution must look at that. Now, I cover near mathematics and English from colonial time to today.
Akolana pass science. Or pass yes, one pass
because I didn't say, Yentiminia ni pebinum koya mechanic.
Okay.
I didn't say you be no have organizer. Because me shoemaker be me for 47 years or friend shoe boy. Me catch that we shoe man. Okay. How can somebody at 47 know a shoe boy? I said, brah. Me do a fool. Me show me mommy. Into Australia, power they know the box. And if the person at 47, why should shine over 35 years and at 30 years of his lifetime, that person in complaining. Country ben abinyan sir.
So there should no reason say any Ghanaian dream.
Do you get it?
Now we will come to a wealth creation. Say you will dream and you feed all that you are saying into a national plan and a national dream. Your education system, Senka, you 10 years, you say by 10 years time, you hear a doctor for do say, you hear a nurse for do say, you hear a lawyer for do say, you hear this. But we seems not to have all of this. I say, Bibia Basabasa, way by 4 years, way by 3 years, way by school, no cry, monkon red, gold, green. What is the problem?
The problem is the fact, say, like I said, we have to ask ourselves, you say, country no education policy na mandate in anything. The mandate is say, yes, yabama school, yanko, but we are like makers wako school, but we need education. Wako school, we need education. And you know, the way I saw you say, one, you will be to say tech. One, you will be to say Kevas, you will be to say Legon. Serious nations, Japan ye be or try or succeed. Korea ye be or succeed, German ye be or succeed, American ye, British practice will be our practice. The emerging countries, Turkey, Turkish were slaves in 1990s in the whole of Europe. Any Turkish citizen be a refugee, just 1992, 93, 94 up to. Brazilian citizens be in the 90s, no were a refugee. Chinese be in Europe in the 90s, were a refugee and not that one thing. How did they turn around? Because the focus and the emphasis they say, school for no, yama woman professionalize it. Now professionalizing is to have a tool, a hand, something to be to the IBB. Then to a year school no me nipa for crana they can come up and develop something. They can come up and do something. Year school no does not. And you know, who is the knowledge partner of the Ghana government? No university here is a knowledge partner of the Ghana government. The knowledge partner, knowledge partner, and say Ghana government say, or your road as in Fusu to Kwamine. Or the contract, yes, you need machinery, we need equipment, we need top geological surveys near there. The Chinese government, you know, or grant and or aid or facility. Chinese government say me the says the Chinese company and the cosmetics. Name of the consulting company. So more research the abuan. Actually say ne aha your topography here, say your structure, your quantity, the mentality of the people you road in say your pen. It is still the Chinese who doesn't live in Ghana. A honest 15 to 17% of the cost of the echo into consultants. It is our knowledge partner, any tech, our knowledge partner, any Legon. Who are knowledge partner, any Kivas and all the universities across. So you could pay that money to ASL school. Facets Kanema Tech. Now I'm finding research. Not tech and finding then. On that we employing tech. On the knowledge partner. On their back guide. Now tech to me train will be man be PhD in engineering there. What stop that tech? Say won't mean your knowledge partner say government in Pacho consultancy fee kakakano. All again you lose your money. Would they my foreign company name Paba could no diacono? Over a Chinese polytechnic boys, no abegis can the call. Well, no a British polytechnic boy, no abegis can go because a consultant begin Munye say, Facets Kalmatek. Agric mechanization programs. Lego will find agric your friends a faculty. A program ben a Ghana government aya. What me a consult to say Legon, me patch engaging service. Mono. Now no new students in find practical subjects. Not students in senior juma, not faculty in your juma. So the faculty in Europe and other persons, they make money. Okay. Oxford, what is the Oxford for? Why do we make noise about Oxford? The English government, so here Bibia, or hide the services of Oxford and pay. Or see a developing vaccine or back Oxford and pay. Germans and pay. Utrecht University in Holland or your government appointed. I say it again, Utrecht University in Holland. On the knowledge partner, technical knowledge partner of the Dutch government. And the Dutch government có project and for German company, we saw American consultant, over TS Ghanaian University, and they'll get what they want. Yeah. Out to be 10% unity. Do you get it? And see, Onuba call you engineering school, so I'm quite apostle, Joseph, for him said, you see, a boot or not. But when you find theory, and the emphasis in say, the country. In fact, there is so much mistakes, but still, it is not a bad country.
Okay, so much mistakes, not a bad country. Yane Wahab Farouk, our international diplomatic consultant, and Yansani Agrini, Nimdia was Shia Nawunim Adian so. Yane Chuchunkomo, Ghana needs a knowledge partner with our universities. It is KNUST, NSCSA, Science and One Technology University. Now, so yeah, Kwaya, say university in Kolay and for more knowledge partner. Now you making sure say 15% now you try our contract in the consultants for no. And Kientrama University no as internally generated fund. Now Kwamanga Sansan fan show more and Mamrantian Maba one right from school days or Monshas making money. Yeah, see enya. You bet Triama Kwesi Brunibi, Akolaketuana, Eja, Yempeni Fona for charge or more 10%, which is okay. Now Yamra back na Yemusa ne say wealth creation as a nation. Or my say ya chichiri wo man a said ye see epesika egu wo man no echi do we have systems we Ghana ha ye de ebo am create wealth
if we do have that system sir enka ebe manifest in our governance socio-economic socio-politics etc enka hu the manifestation simply put a country or create wealth. And this was something my first time I visited USA. Ghana can have everything, but we have not created wealth. Creating wealth is to make money. Create money for the country. So creating money for the country now, all sectors are leverage. All sectors are greased. How do you do it? And I said, yes, it is not too bad, say, overturn mineral resources, raw. Because, say, war from time, no, Brunino are just so wrongly, and also correspond here. But 64 years of maturity, no, when you are against obey changing the Brunini here, and it's a resources no quite as a turn raw. Banche, you turn raw, and it's a one to my cassava and find your baby and young mama, and to do more banche. But what I said, now you should trade ministry, never to me turn banche raw. It is still worth creation making money. Ukoko no abrofo ne ma wa adjust on ho se koko no be ye chocolate ne be Thomas Switzerland onye enti ete ase koko no be do enti so the koko ni nko abusa ho se me do no more with the more volumes na nko ba se koko na wo de ko no wie na beto fertilizers ka free mu a usika nasa wealth creation back so we 64 years of independence Ghana, beautiful country, peaceful country. We need tokwa, we need war, we need bibia. Our citizen how? O citizen obia na hwe ne ho. O citizen obia na hwe ne mame. O citizen obia na call hospital. Obia na tua ne bills. Obia na ye ne bibia dia. And then the baba say, we key sector and my economy, the backbone, and we cocoa. Not till today, 64 years. Wintimin pam bottle.
A ye jute.
How do cocoa go?
Jute sack, no.
Yes. And the constitution bang. Knowledge ben and san kanchram. Say papa, say when your profit of 20%, 15% and not 10 call you Saxon. And to what they call your sabi. What junior you my friend? Kokoje will land in the dahoro. Koya bigger factory. Tell her for we when Sadiano start training of a 1 day training and omko. Ya pamboto. Yencha start design bianim. And one said you sack no. And I'm day material no na pam.
But we had Kumasi jute factory by Kwame Nkrumah.
Papa, yes, and omu producing yes sir.
Dabi.
Uma produce bi da.
Dabi.
And what is it? And it's still a Bangladeshi. Oh, independence by 70s and 75 or whatever. Still an would you sikana? Who could you syndicate loan now? Now sa kwa kutua obotoka. And to me bisase. Ghana for telesa so epimpam epache fantasy. Timpama pam ma fantasy na teche pam no. Sa telesa no. Wontimi nya 3000. And for mungu warehouse. And for machine singer ensu omanim. Now one can say your friend said the resources, and as your friend said the materials, raw materials near the use Saxon, a blue crumha. A sren a buaha. The idea beyond your raw materials and a yengra a buaha, a dia a buaha. So how can't you build cocoa board? And I have a problem when you mention even board. No serious nation in this world, and I'm referring also to your word creation, no serious nation in this world can depend on board and succeed. There's no serious nation in this world. I'll bet you create wealth, whereas you have your top of your institution and every top institution behind a board. Are we crazy? Are we serious? The Ghana board is bigger than the size of the management. Effective management too. Then you are using board. So what is the sense of the management? They are nothing. And a board don't see technical brainy people say sector now they not when him how to fits in. What the not is one quarter say. And the board 24. Board will be 26. Now management, top management, you be 8. 9 with chief director. It is a board and also chair management now. How can I say, how come and translate it into employment? How come I say that institution also have to go back to the government and take money? How come I say the sector under which it falls, the ministry, or the board will be an institution, corporation, or ministry of fall under it. And the ministerial level, office of the minister, when man take a decision, the sector, management and man take a decision, board and take a decision. So look at the waste and the excesses. And I ask myself, and we ask Ghana, say, is it like that in abroad? Do Germans need board to talk to management, to instruct management what to do? Do US, is that what they do? Is that what France does? So what is this board and board and board? So if you're having a board, now when Timing translating into action for the board, for the management to be effective. Now what is the and now Omar increase the working force because any internal generated fund you see say action. That's a board no call. File will be the one file at the accord board meeting for 4 years of one tenure. Opaya accord you should memo 0 on muda, no signature, nothing, no pen, no time. The answer onim the otiha all year. And besides the Ghana from paying for. And the constitution way said this constitution tell you say all state corporation and state institutions must form border. I'm saying say if not anything at all, cry Yenim said the Commonwealth system, the Commonwealth law, the Commonwealth approach, which the Englands, the New Zealands, the Australians, the Canadians, the Zimbabweans, the Kenyans, etc. A board like Accountants General Department, Commonwealth, Commonwealth countries. How do you do that? Auditor General, how do you do that? There shouldn't be a board. No. On Auditor General. No. Auditor General should be free to have the. You have top management. We're chief executive. Or team on no Juma. Divide of any interferences and any measures. Now yet the end is so crude, unrefined, very crude in the way say. Or kofa obia no ye wabaho. Our numbikwa winning bibia or say hono. No asabe board chairman. What do you think? So we don't create wealth. Kakrane so ono so aye creative boards are the milking off. And I've said, create wealth by abolishing the payment of jute tax. Your fire service department, Ministry of Interior, one located budget and farmer fire service, we're out. Prison service, we're out. And I've asked, and I'll continue asking, say, fire department, individuals, yes, a capitalism, aircraft, your friend is saying, aircraft cylinders, fire extinguishers, sir. And the fire service are a any woman to mean even your friend is saying, Banchase, Ejakran. And they'll tell logistics and then lack of equipment. And to win to me money your gas cylinder now, individuals no crown, businessmen and women cotton no cotton. It is not like that. Menoka say talk of prisons. Oko aye 40 prisons. Omo asasi yanta more than 15,000 acres. Eda ho. Ewa bre prisoners gugu a omo ADD enom at the expense of the taxpayer. Meanwhile, we could use these prisoners to do farming on this land. Say the beyan kombe feedi eye I can say school feeding with aduane nanka skanu aye di kotua eye say akọ back to the prisons and take care of them no. We won't do it. I'll even not mention prisoners because prisoners are a small number of the country. I rather mention say Se wo hwe land dey wo. Na wo balance rainforest. Wo balance climatical conditions. Wo fertile land. Now wo youth or to circle under the bridge. Why a road? Why a bridge? Uwie no. Wo se wo man call for. O yam person kwa akoda ho. Enu ye suspend this car about 5% of that credit your boss is him say independent. They say boys and so the best obedaso. That big youth, that big energy group. When man passing mathematics, he ended up being on the street because when your baby uncle, when man English, we ended up on the street. And that big group, can't the government creating wealth is a subject? Can't the government say obey mechanical farming? Australia, mechanical farming. Echo for Japanese student, be a human worker. New Zealand, mechanical farming to survive. America, mechanical farming to survive. United Kingdom, UK, the Britain, the England, the one in Chino. When England, one land, or no island. When in one land, out in Cotton and Trinamberry from England. It doesn't work. So, does anything stop this constitution from opening up, say, and a brasso? So, India, with their government, also capitalist mentality, the private sector must be the leader, the anchor now. The equity is the land. For our government, quarter assassin. Never the private sector. Never our knowledge partner, University of Ghana. Never our knowledge partner, the School of Love, Tech, Sexy School. What you say? What say? More councillors. Dealing with broken heart. My tech, School of Love. Okay.
Now we go this camera. School of Love.
What's that? My School of Love. Department, engineering, agric, etc. Na field ho. No put to young cry na jumano. Na government mechanical farming. Ebi do tomatoes. Ebi do ashide. Sugarcane. Ebi do we. Nantesa nanka utimi see company. Yes, factory. Yes, sugarcane factory. Ghana yentimi supply sugar. Yentimi supply even West Africa.
Commander Sugar Factory.
Commander Sugar Factory. That's a School of Love. Any Dragon. Any UCC. Omun timi and my government timi kwaje land. And my boys are omute sabi betting companies. Accra boys 60 boys by 60, 70, 80 boys by 8 o'clock nom to betting companies. Omo we are betting. It is our mechanical farming. A down ho, insure ho, duano ho, on your decent salary. Do you think so? Because I betting company we see time. And so I betting company. Now the kakra de ko idea doesn't stop him so because road so robo.
Okay, maybe you see, Mami Kyle said to paying capsules any ointment, no. To paying capsules, a betu upay no usisi achi oya ukotu oya nina to pay. In fact, to paying capsules, no, a betu every ho sciatica nerve ni emuya and to pay capsules, a betu every ho. Solak mixture, no, so some no can say, am I, uhenu enquay, wadaroma. Wawari ngu awari nya maami bia na te baabi ese no ade no uhenu asai nkuro so juba say
pressure bomb. Sorry juba
nkuro so our have some pressure aba uhenu remember gonorrhea wo jonso na emu yo ya mema we hear Solak mixture juba gu boxers won sesa no we hear Solak mixture zip man capsules no so panyan wo betede zip man capsules no panyan wo betede we empanimfo kasa makodi no enkola antiase panyan wo betede entwida no ese otimi fa feeling wo ba ne mema ese otimi tobi ma okunu zip man capsules abeboa prostafet ade no wunyine na o prostate no yadai sabio large na o prostate na hode na ewomu no emoa etu hia prostafet no se owo prostate cancer ne deda ana prostate enlargement na ene wo hia anopa baako enwumere baako na nso se opesa wo prevent ne dia ene era bia na wanom baako amame prostafet se wo Johnson ne ma onya urine tract infection da bi ni nyina prostafet beboa amena free ho Christian University, Ghana Christian University College, additional papa, accounting, marketing, public health, health information management, and nursing, hospitality management, information technology and systems, banking and finance, journalism and media studies, human resource management, electrical and electronics engineering, film, media, bibia, oko Ghana Christian University College, obesua de no aba be knowledge partner of government na enye so akosua de atwero read and write keke na emom ukosua de afa bibi e de abafie regular na from Monday to Friday. Now, so say why you busy weekends, your Fridays and Saturdays wo open a sandwich and so see and come from you know better programming na your partner pick admission from September to January. In fact, main campus Amanya on the Adenta Dodowa Road, and also betimi akọ online ghanacu.com ghanacu.com fresh 0204 069 583 0576 533 307. Ghana Christian University College, advancing excellence in transformational leadership. In fact, Prostar Joy. What in fear 35 years awoko. Wadi no mwa prostate ne kasiye ubenya cancer prevent it. Ojo nso emu ya prevent it. The ohia ye Prostar Joy. Ojo nso 10 emuya oya 10 ojo nso akakra ka chire uje mu no anatew ahwagu na so unya Prostar Joy ne se wo pese wo de prevented ya but one nebo mi se anya odeda o problem se no ho de dade ani onu ba ko anopa ba ko anwumre Prostar Joy wo benya bia to pharmacy shop NS chemist Lina Top Up, Unicom Chemist, Nisi, East Cantonment, Baseline, and Repatch Herbal, all the leading pharmacies and herbal drugstores in Ghana. Ubenya eye Prostar Joy ato. Fresh 0244 727 028 0244 754 380. Mamene eye Dr. Solomon, and you can come more quickly. Now, Mesa studio. Dr. Akwaba.
You got to cheer me, that's a pa, Mamincha, I have Fujina and so beam. I know that ye share a prostate enlargement. The Jayataka prostate, not prostate, na ye can idea. Prostate na ye can say gland. Near co science more, adia with chimunsu and no punsuba and a so gland. Na prostate na nkasa no emema nkwa na prostate gland e ma ne bi no yes ono wo chim so white na e be fra konkonti balance sperm cell no e man form semen. In other words, ono wo chim so na sebe e swimming pool a spermatozoa na sperm e dware wo mu every bema ho e koba ho nyinsen ba abra ware fo hia na ne wi aso ba nyina na se ono ne how pie miensa Edin kan de for the prostate enlargement. Say aye kese ache de senke. 2 aye prostate infection. Say bacteria bi abet na mu edidi num ja de nya gumu. 3 aye prostate cancer. Say ni sunu asesa aye bi foforo. Na ka chi ne yan kan hwe prostate enlargement na yan hwe se de hu sunsun so setie. Prostate enlargement na nka so ka chi no ne causes na ye biansa. Edin kan is got to do with age edin yin nenam. I'm yet to see 19 years boy out the prostate enlarge. Yeah, the body are cranium. DNA in necessary, Emma prostate enlarge with age. On say 7 pasogram ke bonokatachi. Enka average the whole world kwa mo kranka twice a week. I cowbo midweek, no weekends. Na more na wo bona prostate ni nsu na wo use na prostate na ni age. But what they say, Brian free 40 and 50 now drop it once a week and now 1 in 2 weeks. 50 to say nature could be 1 in 2 months and now 1 in 3 months. A bassa process in a year in ba ne tata wache na ye new suno na acquire all the insua time bar na ankrimo where time na ajene and in white. The mother they say, and na a big kind of process and large with age. To be together for me enough. Any money enough say, Ura, why one day and quadia, money major, money beja no, na processing soon ye use on Nyajepa. 2, a near ma, a like open rich, make up fruit and vegetables and miongo corner. Fresh tomatoes, ebium, carrots, ebium, grapes ebi wom, watermelon ebi wom, onions ebi wom. And can say yes, if you try a salad, near the kind of diet home. Anopa ni be de ka ho lunch e de bia ka ho supper de bia ka ho Ghana for me man so nya time oni ona che me say asem si me ko restaurant bi na abranti bi ba wa je chicken apayas akwa ne nsegu ne bono na mo si ya slice fresh onions kakra ya slice tomatoes kakra e de ka ho o ma focus so nwa check what do you mean wait come here adoka some ya ponchi ana me hwan ke de kind diet hwan ke be boye. Now waiting a prostafet capsules okatechi aba. Otachi on say prostafet yefa from 2 words. Yefa prostanifi prostitimu. And a fit ade an ho aden. No nya prostafet capsules ye body man say John Soboko. Okatechi bema ensaka prostafeta. Yefa lycopene rich materials no and ye say so the right quantity any peduan ehia. How you see prostafet 6 weeks see apa e better take 12 months dia bo ho ban as now you see prostafet another 6 weeks na abon was their process no enyam enlarge lycopene dey na ye lycopene antioxidant e ka se be antioxidant or science mu ade a obo bibi ho ban fan say o rest you have na dey so dia fa begu assess o wuram na nye okatachi a man red card wonko edika process gland o hia sa ne ma e dey abon ho ban so that be yanka enlarge be about obetumi asia no kwan na e affected on eti bema won saka prostafet capsules a sense like rich materials o muntin e be bo abo process ho ban e dey amount 3 as a course no red meat and nama me nkokɔ a meka mojanam on say processed gland no eba fruit and vegetables or premium nkokɔ eba nama ye ready on pe the me nkokɔ on say ade e fe the myoglobin no ma enam ye nkokɔ cow meat to bo so no na say brown and black eti more na wo this animal air come no processed gland mp na ke say air come no bamba wanyan kwakwati bambo no so say nke nyina nke ete so near the white meat because sumunam monkonom fish nom tilapia nom 1,000 nom na nke introduce into our diet na yeti moja nam so I akokonam as in chicken ye de ka ho a ebeboa yen so nanka rabbits ye describe no as white meat even pork ye describe pork as the other white meat as if myoglobin do I work pork mo now they compare sebe nantwinam na say cow meat ma obo say pork de ye lesser compared to nantwinam de no nanka de yen sa yen so say nyine ye no afa na nama ye ntimi anwe so na afa ne ye bewe when you mense when my prostate no enlarge na prostate no enlarge pa na symptoms ni ba for 1. Obon say the ease with which our Johnson entesa. Say first, for you are the na upaya ta entesa. After the word Johnson, you say what some ye Eddie Pamro, ada was so more answer Johnson about a bone kai say post enlargement about home. Ebio Obon say oh Johnson, not Johnson ba na emwa pai. After Johnson so bad, like pressure. Intimate to talk him. I say, "Okatachi ne mama papa no. Upojo de no kosro. No ye hui ness na besi. Sa na say. And so that man say Johnson pressure dem ma na box one e bon kai. I feel you're diabetic, and so Johnson PP more than 3 times and so na dia chia e bon kai say post enlargement bi aba. Na when you name a dry hair ba. Kings about the medicine department ayaba adanse ho a betimi akọ aboa no ene edu efe ne prostafet capsules contain alcohols ahodo a bring say anti-inflammatory as she say prostate na kese no a change from all the angles na push them back to normal size droben na esi no ebie amajon so baba a 8 weeks treatment na prostafet no a revert is how nyina e dey free the amount one sanka prostafet nchima e dey ketita e beto bememo nya say ye ne trim oden droben equanesi tie say nya flexible to be e hye obema na no ni pia soko ne force bia de na Johnson ba e yen ma one sanka prostafet capsules ne tim Johnson say ya boko your telephone numbers no eni MTN no e 0245 61 60 28 0245 61 60 28 and after Airtel no so 0261 73 62 63 0261 73 6263. Kai say a Prostafit capsules. Your body man say Johnson Boko.
So Dr. Solomon Medas in Yagubo Trading Point Shirao. Prostafit. Yamra back to the studio. Yane our have Farouk and Ekasawo Abranaso. Yade AC Crano. Our have Farouk which said the and creating wealth as a nation. Or say a school of love, which is KNUST. They can be knowledge partners as well as working. The student, there should be some form of a student worker who call university or share there, but still you have the opportunity to work. But on my team, German
Stuttgart University. Or no, a worker. University of Stuttgart. A worker with Damna Benz. Designs. A lot of Nyama modification equipment near daddy. Okay, powertrains no me University of Stuttgart or no ye edema Benz and collect salary or collect money. So the students go there. It is more or less one working faculty. Benz, obi o BMW, obi o Mercedes, obi o ha, ope room obi o ha. And the minister say nothing stops the Ghanaian universities. So ono so beti my partner with the company or you. No one faculty and no crown ho. So the students can even go there and train. And then again, a huge nursing. And the exportable profession of the world today is nursing. Oma mu fairly maths. Any English apa momo krumha. Omunya baby koye. And also when to mention Juman Okudra Buchenu. America the 1 month. Or the 2 months. English the 6 months. They are trainer by a certified nursing assistant. Obi a nursing aide. Ye you soon as Stella in Yambano. Oko in New York Mona. A big bro for an ordin kakra. So the wako. Bronze say, Quasia bro for papa. But they are professionals making good money. And country bit is Philippines, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, India. What did they do? When them say a pressure beba so unemployment pressure no and or devil into nursing. Typically Philippines and no training nurses and or bar marketing or be marketing omu or the Gulf or market omu America. Philippine nurse or do America yasono so. Until the people are already legally they acquire profession. Until funny say nurse for ya nyabre ko guess so are very nice. And on social media why nurse nyon oniska otifi it is out training woman and I don't call Western market New Zealand and uhia nurses
said the Cuba exported doctors
Australia here nurses every time Canada here into legal exportation of professional nurses papa no kwaya world creation it is any pan kwa $5,000 $2,000 a month Jobia 100 and 200 and use that money to build your district hospitals. Is it not a common sense? Is it not a common sense?
They don't know this?
No, they don't want to know because it doesn't affect them. If it affects you, you will know what it is. At the end of the day, how would you sit and soak pressure? So when to mean transfer with nurses? Me, nurses for issue, it saddens my heart. You can't transfer your nurses. You train them. Oh, we are. Okay, madam. ONS.
Now this now
autumn earrings. Professionalness. It's not her fault. But she's not getting any appointment into your birthday. Abranka was such a fine market. Ubetumakoton Dubai. For bigger money, she's making wealth, creating money, taking care of her family, taking care of herself, and you the government benefiting. Pressure new so. At the end of the day, we are trained with the Western equipment. At the end of the day, our backroom her. Who a good number or large pool of what health workers. O problem is saying nursing colleges, government nursing colleges, tepa, where you need baby, omina uya, na kwa sport too.
And when inforno our Farouk said they don't want to know because it does not affect them, and yes, that is a statement of fact. These people, the very moment I be kase wamunko tena konyem as a minister of state. Yedi kamba ni trim ya baby a deal sini wo a obenya bi adidi afili. That is all. And yet how to develop a nation. Na kanya na sa dia. Anka ya dan ni appoint obi se we DCE. One so man for non for development emra no atu o tu pa da guni trim na wo tu chile e mente bi da say ya appoint we say o DC kokoso mo bi a na aduru pa da tu if say krono ne yakobo boni abantrim okopesi kadi etia ne de so no ne yatwu so ne say won kwotena no wanya bi adi afili na wo man ayatimu a politicians say campaign o mutimi ka say you go chop me too I go chop everybody hey what my way campaign message you modi kakra eye monko ne asu medibi yati krom ayeka yempanimfo ne they don't want to know because they have nothing to lose medi e de oka tachi Frifa Mensa still remaining the Bombardier Field Marshal Squadron Leader Ranger Buffalo Royal General Kabaka Bomfa this year neme Secretary this year Mia Santiago na yuko hine na me ho hinti stressing on the Royal mame She Guevara of Ghana Radio Ghana Media. I am the freedom fighter, the radio activist, TV activist, the one that bears the spirit of our forebearers, from Kenneth Kawuna to Samora Mase, Leopold Senghor to Julius Kambarara Nyerere, Madibo Keita, Jomo Kenyatta, Kwame Nkrumah, Mensa Saba, Omu Yina Sunsum Timimu. I am a nondescript radical reformer. I came, I saw, I fear not to say. Next week, Yabaseshia.